metallurgical engineer. So a lot of my friends and the steel classmates, they work for the steel industry. Jinye, they are on the surface is a private company, but actually there is no private company in China. All the big company was taken control by the undercover policeman in China. That is government business. They take control your British steel and they close your plant here. So all your supply chain dependent on China because China is the biggest steel production countries. They produce 60% of the whole world steel output. 60%. So they close your British steel. Your materials dependent on the China supply chain. They take control. Yeah, sabotage. They take control. 15 years before I worked for the United States company. There's a Tibetan company that is the biggest bearing manufacturer in the United States. They closed 3 plants in the United States. 10,000 people lose a job in the United States, and they invest 400 million US dollar in China, build the largest and most advanced the bearing manufacture plant in China. But today, United States cannot make bearing for their tank, cannot make bearing for their truck, cannot make bearing from their aircraft. They are fighting jets was dependent on Chinese bearings. So what happened if United States and China have the war in Taiwan? The United States have no bearings for their aircraft, no bearing for their tank. Yeah, they will destroy your armies as well. Your equipment will depend on the Chinese supply chain. Chinese supply chains will destroy your country. Destroy your country. That's why I told you that they take control of your life. Take control your armed force. Take control of your life. Do you understand? United States already got license from that. I work for the United States company, Tibetan company. That's the big companies. They invest 400 million US dollar, and then today they are very, very regret for that decisions because they trapped the foreign investment in China. Those people invest 400 million US dollar in China, but they generate a lot of the profit. The Chinese government do not allow them take profit, go back to the United States. You must reinvestment in China. All the profit must stay in China. That is trap. That's a trap. You invest someplace, you want to get the money, and then you take them out, right?
They ship the goods out.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. But Chinese government, they refuse to take the money out. They take control of the currency exchange system. All the money come from outside of China. They must exchange from US dollar to the Chinese yuan. And then you generate a lot of the profit. You must exchange from the Chinese yuan to the US dollar. At this point, the government says no, we never exchange the money.
Ship the goods out. So the money doesn't go out, but the goods go out.
Yes.
So the value goes out. And
400 million US dollar, they generate 10%, 12% profit every year. Until today, it's 15 years already. They generate a lot of money already, but they never take the money out because the Chinese government ask them reinvestment. They do not allow you to take money out. That's a trap. That's a scamming. That's scamming.
But a lot of the factories, a lot of the production now is going to Vietnam. So a lot of factories in China are closed in Vietnam because the wages in Vietnam are significantly lower than China.
Yeah.
The average wage is probably about 3, but in Vietnam it's 1. So they're retooling, reorganizing, but it makes a business as safe, even if they're paying twice as much.
But you know that Vietnam, they have small populations.
Exactly.
They do not have too much capability to take over whole production capability from the China. So China is 1.4 billion people.
presumes
So
that-
Vietnam is only 100 million people. So that's
Sure.
very small comparison.
But one
Yes,
percent-
1% of the population. So but Vietnam cannot have the
one
really
presumes they could-
replacement of the
presumes they could
manufacturing
import people
capability of
the
from
surrounding
China.
countries.
Yeah.
A lot of the other countries are very
Yeah.
poor, so they could bring migrant workers from the other countries, and they could industrialize and automate.
What's your question?
But
Yeah.
then, you know,
What's your question?
do you think that Vietnam is a significant threat to the Communist Party?
No. Vietnam, actually, Vietnam is a communist regime as well. There is only 4 countries communist regime. China is the number one, the biggest one. Second one is Vietnam. Third one is North Korea. The fourth one is Cuba. Yeah, only 4. But North Korea is the dependent country of China because North Korea have nothing. They was under the international sanctions and international embargo for the 70 years already. So that is everything is imported from China, even food, clothes. Those people cannot survive without the Chinese support. CPAC. Yes. Yes, there is the. Yeah, Robert Port.
They take back their labor, they take back their infrastructure, and all the progress stops. So that's how they're controlling
Power and control.
Yes, they want to take control you. Yeah, that is a strategical investment because China want avoid the Malacca Strait because 75% of the oil and natural gas was imported from the Middle East and Africa. All the ship must go through the Malacca Strait. So
Very narrow,
Pakistan is another choice to avoid the Malacca Strait because there is a direct ways to go from the Pakistan border to direct to the Xinjiang. That is energy safety consideration. They want your